Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again at OptionAlpha.com, where we show you how to make smarter trades. And in today's video, I just want to talk about some of the differences that you should be aware of between paper trading and real money trading. So again, with paper trading, no real money is put at risk, and that's why people really like it. It's kind of this monopoly money that you can use, hence the name, the paper money that you can trade, and it gets you acclimated to the broker platform and to the margin and to the markets. So if you're new to trading, or even if you've been a trader for a long time, it's a good way again to kind of get your feet wet without risking a lot of money. Now, I'm a firm believer that paper trading is not only beneficial, but it's an absolute requirement of successful trading. And to be honest, I still paper trade new ideas. I do the bulk of my trading with real money, but if I have a new idea or a new way of doing things, I might paper trade that strategy for a couple months and try to test it out a little bit before I actually put some real money to use. So here's my two biggest problems with paper trading for beginners. And I think this really kind of encompasses a lot of different things that really kind of hinder your ability to make the leap between paper trading and real money trading. The first thing is that it teaches you to do things you normally wouldn't do with real money. And this is really the number one thing for me, because with paper money, you usually get this account that's, $100,000 of paper money. And it's just not realistic, right? And again, it's paper money. You know that it's not real money. So you end up making trades that are more aggressive than you normally would. You end up getting out of trades maybe slower than you normally would. And it really doesn't teach you that much because you don't have real money on the line or kind of skin in the game. So that's the first thing, is that it doesn't really teach you what, it teaches you to do things that you normally wouldn't do with your account. Number two is that market fills and pricing are instant when you paper trade. Now, this is true of the Thinkorswim broker platform. Their paper money account, when you enter a trade, as long as the market's open and your price is very close to where the market is trading, you'll instantly get filled and you'll instantly get filled at your price. Because again, it's just paper money, so they don't really care about real fills. But when it comes to real money trading, market pricing and fills are extremely important. In fact, we did a huge tutorial on just how much money you can lose on slippage, not trading liquid products. And it's amazing the difference that people tell me about when they go from paper money trading to real money trading. They think that they can get in and out of all these markets really quick and at great pricing. It's just not the case. So I think that's the number two thing on my list here, is because that makes a huge difference in your ability to be successful, is the ability to get in and out of things quickly at great prices. Now, that said, everyone can read about trading or take a course on trading, but until you actually open up a real money account with a broker and start placing orders, you will never learn exactly how it works. And this is what everyone always talks about, right? You've got to, as the old saying goes, there's no substitute for seat time. The more experience in the education that you have, the more profitable you will become as a trader. And that doesn't mean that you have to, just start out investing all of your money, but putting some money at risk is a really good thing, because then it ties your emotion into the game, and that's really important. So here's a couple tips I have for paper trading to do it right. So if you are going to paper trade, you want to paper trade, which I think is a good idea, let's make sure that you do it right. And so here's my top 4 tips. Number 1, resize your paper money account down to mirror your own account. I think it's insane that when you open up a paper money account that you start trading with $100,000 or $200,000, because you can set whatever price you want. What you ideally should do is resize that paper trading account down to what you're actually going to trade, or even less. And then if you can make money with less money paper trading than you actually have in your real account, then you're probably ready to make that jump over. Number 2, automatically reduce fill prices by $5 across the board. I would even say if you can successfully do it and reduce prices by $10 across the board, that'll give you a little bit better idea of what will actually happen in the market when you go to real money trading. Number 3, you've got to stick with the system and treat it like real money. Now, I know this is really hard because it's paper money, it's fake money. So my tip here is make a side bet with your spouse for competition, or a brother, a sister, a friend, a coworker, it doesn't matter. Make a side bet between you two, and they don't even have to be traders. Just say, hey, look, I'm making this bet. I'll bet you $100 at the end of 6 months I have more money in my paper trading account than I had to begin with. And that's really all you should be doing, is just trying to make a profit or even turn everything over and stay even in your account as you get started. But helping To do that is by making that side bet with a spouse or somebody else, again, a brother or sister, a coworker, to keep you accountable to the system. And number 4 is you've got to put real money at risk sooner than later. So while I suggest absolutely that you have to start paper trading right away if you're a newbie or even somebody who's been in the business a long time and starting to trade new strategies, I think that at some point you have to put real money to risk, even if it's only $100 or even if it's only $1,000. And so I really say, you know what? After you've paper traded for maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks as a beginner, you really have kind of the system down and the basics down, go ahead and put some real money to work. Open up an account with $1,000. That doesn't mean that you trade all $1,000 by no means, but maybe you could make small directional trades that are $50 or $30. There's very small trades that you can do where you get a little bit directional, you've got a good risk reward, and that's how you get started in the markets and make that leap from paper trading to real money trading. So as always, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you have any comments or questions, please add them in the lesson page below. And until next time, happy trading.
So we've arrived on the home page. So what's the site about? It's obviously around trading. You can see obviously by the title, there's obviously an option there to open accounts. It advertises that it's a quick and simple way. The actual look and feel of the site is very professional looking. It has a lot of information there. Obviously the news ticker up the top here gives you details of stocks. So you'd arrive here, I think, knowing that you wanted to do some sort of trading. And some accounts here. There's a demo there. I suppose the first thing that I would note is that demo is fairly far down the page. It might be an idea to put this more up the top here, because if you arrived here, I mean, I won't admit that binary trading is something that I've participated in before. I do deal with stocks and shares on a more traditional level, but it would be good to perhaps, I know you've got this how to trade, but have the demo kind of around in this area here. But as I say, nice and clean, professional looking. It has all the things down the bottom here in terms of if you're looking for security, if you're going to be depositing money, and looks professional and clean. So I'm just going to open up how I would usually search the internet. So I'll go to Google. So I'm going to put online binary trading account. So the impressions I get, I can see that it's a lot about profit here and lots of different options. So if we just click on one of these, so I suppose just going back to my comment about the site, this gets you kind of straight away into the area around what binary trading actually involves, and you've got sort of a get started, and that might be an option here in terms of making it more appealing to a first time user. We'll just have a look at a couple more. Okay, so again, this is a lot more less busy, if you like. Maybe not something I'd apply for straight away. I'd probably want some more information, similar to what your site provides. I suppose this is more of a similar type screen. So let's just go back to Google. Just to open this, So again, I certainly prefer your site in terms of not having to log in to get the information you require. Obviously the figures look great, but you wouldn't really want to give your details without knowing a little bit more about it. So click on to the next task. So I'm going to open an account, so I'm going to enter some okay, so we'll just put some details. And click open account. So I was better just change this to a valid email address that I can access. So it's populated from the first thing. I suppose from the United Kingdom, probably want to be trading in currency of British pound sterling. So accept the terms, and then you've got a code to enter here. So fairly simple. How to actually register. Get through the deposit, and obviously I don't want to do here. I suppose at this point here I'm still not altogether sure exactly what I'll be signing up for. I know the account types are here. It might be quite nice to have a link which kind of gave you the full details of exactly what you got for a bronze, silver or gold. I'm sure that's within the site, which we'd need to look at, but it would be good to kind of have exactly what these are, you know, maybe a little bit more narrative, a bit more user friendly for the user. So I think that's exactly what it is. At this particular point, I'd like to know a little bit more about what the difference between a bronze, silver and gold is. I know I get things like account manager, monthly call and chat. What exactly is that? You know, silver 1 hour tutorial, what does that involve? Is it online? The Trader XP online course, what does that tell me? All of that kind of stuff. I mean, breaking financial news, weekly market review, that's fine, but you can log in, or you can get those for free. So it's a question of, you know, what that would probably stop me at this point, at the sort of desire for more information. So in answer to the question, would I be interested? I mean, in terms of the initial screen that we go to, obviously it looks of interest. We can see here now. I suppose in order for me to commit to any sort of money, I'd certainly want to research it a little bit more. I believe, you know, the Google search, you know, other sites, it just looks too good to be true. It kind of I get how you do it, but I think this guided tour should be more available.
Hi, and welcome to Trader XP, your #1 options trading portal. Binary options trading offers you returns of up to 85% in as little as 15 minutes. It's easy to start trading. Simply choose an asset you'd like to trade, and then decide whether you think the asset will rise or fall by the designated expiry date. If you think the price of the asset will rise, click call, or if you think that the price of the asset will fall, click put. Then enter the amount of money you would like to invest. Now just sit back and wait for the results. It's really that simple.
So I mean, that gives me a lot more information that I'd probably be looking for. I think that, yeah, I think that it's something that you'd probably want to give a go in terms of, you know, you can look at that. What might be nice within this is to get you started, is similar to what other sites do, allows you to sort of have a go with Play Money, to, you know, see how good you are at it, or see how you know, see how it works playing with Play Money rather than going straight into using your own money. I think that would encourage me more, and as I say, certainly understanding a little bit better about what it is from that initial home screen would be more beneficial. But compared to the other sites we looked at in terms of Google, you know, some of those were asking you to enter your details before finding out more. So I think this site, it appears to have a wealth of information, perhaps reposition things slightly, and maybe the play option in terms of, you know, with Play Money. And then, yeah, definitely, it looks as if it's something that would definitely be worth a further investigation.